today, and Canton, it's a delight for me to be here. I'm going to take this out.
Perfect. Good job.
This is very special for me. I raised my daughter in this town. She went to Harvard Westlake, and I think it was the first year that they went co-ed. So I have a real affinity and an affection for Los Angeles. So thank you for inviting me back here. We moved down to the San Diego area to Rancho Santa Fe, and that was, and she was, I think, in 12th grade. So terrible time to do it for her, but I did. And I want to start this out by letting you know that I immigrated to this country. And you know, it looks like some of you have also immigrated here. And you know, I had a dream about America before I came here. And I would go to the movies with my father. And he would take me to Western movies. And we would see John Wayne. And his favorite movies were Western movies. He was British. He served in the 8th Army with Montgomery. He ended up in Cairo, Egypt, where he met my mother. And she ran off with him. And I was born in Iraq. And I dreamed, you know, of coming to America. And that was the only thing that was on my mind, not school. I could not wait to get here. And I think when you're born here, you sometimes forget what you're born into. But this is the greatest country in the world. Thank you. He said, why did I come here? I've always been grateful. I worked hard. I worked every weekend. I had no family. But I loved it. And it's disturbing to me what's going on. You know, I was attracted to John Wayne in those movies, and I was so sure that one day I would come here and meet him, and he would fall in love with me, and he would ride off on a horse. So I had these incredible romantic dreams. But if you don't have a dream, you don't go anywhere. So you have to have a dream. And when I came here, I got to go to Disneyland. And that was fabulous. But where was the West? Where was the America that people overseas think about? They had this incredible vision of our Western culture. It is cowboys, it is Indians, it is wild horses. How many of you have ever seen a Mustang? Not that many. I never saw one. I didn't know much about them because I thought when I came here, well, that was just a dream, that was just Hollywood, that was a story. And I was really disappointed. Anyway, what started me on the journey was Katrina. When Katrina hit, I was living in Texas with my husband, and we turned the news on, and we just looked at the devastation and the families. And then I started to notice the animals. And I saw the dogs, the cats, the horses. I saw dogs climbing on rooftops. I saw them swimming in the water. And I would just cry. I turned to Boone. I said, honey, what would you do if we were in Louisiana and they told us that we could leave, but we had to leave our pet behind? What would you do if you had to leave Murdoch? That was his papillon. He said, I'd ask him to throw me an inner tube and I'd see what I could do. He would never leave his dog, as I wouldn't. Anyway, a few days later, I started to charter airliners. And I went down to Baton Rouge, and Boone came with me. We loaded up on Gulfstream,